Welcome to another Blackfyre Productions Tales of Middle Earth. As you know, I'm Adam, and today I'm here with Joseph. And Joseph has not graced this channel yet, so it's a first time for him. It's Tuesday, the day after my return from Arcticon, and that was quite an experience, stuff like that. And so deciding to go right from Arcticon and the convention lifestyle into doing a battle report. So let's I guess we're doing a 500 point list. Joseph wants to try out a list for his tournament, and don't worry, this won't be out until after the tournament, so you're not giving away any secrets. And I was free, so I said, yeah, sure, let's do it up. So we are playing Lords of Battle for this, because it is one of the missions that are going to be at the tournament, you said. Yeah. And I have my 500 points. We're not using any magic whatsoever, just straight up beast. And when I say that, he has his Mumak, and I have eagles. So it's pretty straightforward. It's like a beast fight, you know. Put them in a cage and let them go. So if you guys don't know what Lords of Battle are, the objectives is basically every time that you wound a model, cause them to use a fate point. It gets you a victory point, as well as you get a victory point if your force is broken, if your opponent's force is broken and you're broken, or 3 if you're not broken. Then there is the special rule, which is the contest champion, where if you slay an enemy hero with a hero in that combat, that hero can get a might point back. So that is what we're playing. That is what we're doing. We're going to get right into showing you the models, showing you the board, and then get into the game. This here is my 500 point list for today's match. It's actually more like 485, really, but that's okay. So I have 4 eagles in the back there. I got 3 brown ones and 1 gimpy one sort of back there. And then in the front here, I'm using this as Gwahir, just because I have it, the base all detailed and nice and everything else. So that is my 500 points for today's match. And this here is Joseph's 500 point list.
500 points.
Where'd it go?
Where'd what go?
Your army.
Oh,
like you got this. This is it?
This is it, yeah.
What? All right.
400 points worth of Mumak and 100 worth of dudes.
That's interesting. So what all do you have here? Why don't you walk me through it?
Okay, so it's a Beastmaster Chieftain.
Yeah.
He's a custom conversion, actually. Tusk weapons.
Yeah. The chain
and then
down at the bottom there.
Grappling lines.
Yeah.
Which I need to put another chain on, but theoretically there's gonna be some of those.
Yeah.
And then he's got the rocks, which aren't on there at the moment, but he has the upgrade, and tough hide. And then he's got 7 Watchers of Karna, and just 4 Haradrim. Just good old Haradrim.
Interesting. So that is Joseph's 500 points worth of Mumak nastiness for this mission. We'll come back next to show you the board that we're playing on. So this here is going to be the board that we are playing on. It is a GameMats.eu, I believe is what the company's called. Matt, I did pick this and another one up from Arcticon to help support James and that, and his wonderful event that he put on for us over the weekend. So it is the Wasteland Mat, so you see a whole bunch of ruined land here and that. I will eventually get some more terrain on it. You see a little bit of like ruins and that scattered all over the place. You got some hills, little like out rock croppings, and some more ruins there. So that is the mat or board we are playing on. We'll come back next with deployment. Here's a D6 roll.
I got a 3.
To see who sets up first. I got a 3, so we're going to re-roll that.
Got a 4.
I also got a 4.
Okay.
Stop rolling the same number as me.
Got a 1.
I got a 3. I'll be setting up my warband first and rolling the D6. Here's my roll to see where my warband sets up. 1 to 3, I have to be within 12 inches of the center line. Wait, there it is. I set up my 5 eagles, 4 eagles and Gwahir right there. They are within 12 inches of the center line. I just made sure that I was back that 8 inches, so if he did set up right on that line, he doesn't get the first charge. I want to charge, not him. So we'll see what Joseph does with his Mumak neck. Here's a roll to see where the Mumak sets up. And it's a 3, so within 12 inches of the center line. So Joseph has set up the Mumak right there. It is a little distance away from my eagles. That's, I think, primarily just because he wants to make sure he gets at least a round of shooting in to hopefully soften me up. So we'll come back with the first round priority phase next. Here's a priority roll for round 1. I got a 4 to Joseph's 3. So here is the end of my movement. I have 3 of the eagles that I have flanked off to the right-hand side over here. You got the Mumak there. And then you got my other 2 eagles on that side of the stones there, hoping to keep barriers in between them and the Mumak until they get the charge. So we'll come back with the Joseph's part of the movement phase next. And Joseph decided to end the Mumak right there, moving right up into combat right away. So we'll come back with the movement. Let me try that again. With the shooting phase next, if there is one.
This dude here is throwing a rock.
That guy's okay. So that Haradrum there on the edge is going to be throwing a rock. At that eagle there, I guess.
Needing a 4+ to hit.
And it's 5.
Hits.
Yep.
Needing a 5+ to wound.
That is right, and it's nothing. Anybody else doing any shooting here?
Oh yeah, plenty. So these guys do not have bows, so I shall take these 2.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I wonder if that guy can throw a rock. We'll check. We'll take pot shots at that.
Okay.
Carnet 1, Carnet 2, Carnet 3.
Yeah, all shooting into that eagle there. So
needing 3s to hit.
I see 2.
2 hits. Okay, now needing 6s by 5.
Yeah.
Re-rolling 1s.
Not a good thing. And nothing. No. 5 and a 4 there. So.
Okay.
Anything else?
Then I will take. I did those 3. So now I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 shots.
Into.
And Gwahir is defense 8, correct?
Yep, defense. He's the same as any other eagle.
These 4 will go into Gwahir.
Alright.
All needing 3s too.
And pretty good. They all hit.
Pretty good.
Now needing 6s by 5 still. I see 1.
6.
Let's see if we can get a 5.
Come on. It's actually
nothing. Nothing.
Okay, that's it for shooting.
No shooting or no combats this phase, so we'll come back with movement or priority for next phase. Priority turn number 2. I got a 6.
I got a 1.
2, Joseph's 1. We'll come back with movement. So Joseph has decided to call a heroic move with the Mumak this turn, so we'll come back after he completes his movement. So the Mumak was standing over in this direction and is now deciding to stay over in that direction away from those eagles. I guess I was gonna say this is a game of cat and mouse maybe, but it's more like hunter and prey, or you know what I mean, like the prey and the hunter. So, but that's the end of Joseph's movement or heroic movement. We'll come back with mine next. Seeing as how he decided to run away from my eagles, I have these 2 eagles here that are within range of charging and line of sight. So I'm going to roll their courage test now. So this is for this first one here. Then I'll go into the second back one there. So first one, he passes with a 7. And he's going to move around all the way. Decide to fall over the base. He's going to move up there and base contact with him. I'll put him back on the stand in a second. This eagle over here, going to be charging also into the Mumak beside the other eagle. We're deciding to not with a double 1. Boo. End of the movement phase. This is what it looks like. I got my 3 eagles there. 1 is actually on the Mumak, and the other one decided to roll double 1s and not charge into it. Alright, so Joseph is deciding to use this Haradrum here to throw a rock into the combat. He needs a 4 to hit. That's misses. A 1, so misses. Yeah, the next has 4 watchers up on top of the Howdah there.
That guy.
Shooting into that eagle there with their bows. So
3s.
And all of them hit. So now needing 6s by 5s to wound. 6s by 5s. Gets 1 6.
And I'm going to reroll this 1 because of poisoned arrows.
Yeah. It's a 3. So here's
needing a 5.
And there's a 5. So there is a wound on that eagle there. The guy on the top, the uppermost part of the Howdah, is going to be shooting into Gwahir here, needing 3s. And it's a hit with a 5. And then needing 6s by 5s to wound. And it's a miss. Or it doesn't. So we'll come back with combat phase next. The only combat that we have this phase is the Mumak versus the eagle. The Mumak does have the lower fight value, but more attacks. And I do have the higher fight value with only 2 attacks compared to the Mumak's 3. So let's see what happens. I got a 3 highest. And Joseph got a 4. So he wins. I get pushed back.
And I might as well choose to rend you.
Yeah.
I am strength 9, you are strength 6, which means I need 3s. There's a tiny chance of killing this eagle outright. And 2 wounds.
2 wounds on that eagle there. Priority for turn number 3. I got a 3 to Joseph 2. Are you doing anything? Any heroics?
I can't spare the might.
You can't spare the might. What's wrong with you? Come on.
No,
Tempting fate? No? Alright. We'll come back with my movement next. I'm going to start with this eagle here that has taken a wound by a bow shot and failed his courage last time. He's going to be charging that Mumak for the movement phase. Here's courage test. Decides to fail yet again. This eagle here that has 1 wound left, charging the Mumak as well. He's in.
Okay.
Here's going next. And he's in as well. So this eagle here is going to charge. He's also in. And lastly, but not least, that eagle there is also going to charge. And he is also successful in his charge into the Mumak. This is what it looks like after the movement phase. I have 4 eagles on that Mumak there that have charged it. And the 1 eagle that has failed 2 courage tests in a round, well, in 2 rounds, which sucks a lot. We'll come back to shooting phase next. Rock chucking time from the guys up in the howdah. And so
first shot is this guy at the 1 wound eagle.
Okay.
Needing a 4 to hit.
And
gets a 2.
Those 2 guys there are going to be throwing rocks at the at the eagle there.
Needing a 3+.
Yep. Both fail with 2s.
That's terrible. They need 4s.
Oh. 2 guys here are going to be throwing rocks into Gwahir down there. They need 4s to hit. And they both fail.
Oh, no shooting this time.
That's not good. Alright, so we have this guy here.
Uh-oh.
That's going to throw a rock into that guy there. Needing 4s.
This guy needs 3s.
3s, sorry.
Okay, and needing a 5.
That's right. And it's a 1.
It is a poisoned rock, however.
Oh, poison. Forgot about that.
No, it's a 2.
Still, yeah. Last shot for the shooting phase is going to be that top watcher of Karna there into that eagle, hoping to put another wound on it. It's a hit with a 6. And a 6.
Needs a 5.
And a 3, so no more wounds on that eagle there. Beginning of the combat phase, I do have 4 eagles that charge that Mumak and are in that combat. So I have 8 attacks versus Joseph's 3. So let's see who gets that 6. I got a 6.
Ah, darn it.
So I definitely won that fight.
Alright.
They're just going to strike normally because if I rend, you have a higher...
They actually back up before they strike because just the way the Mumak works.
Yeah. I'll back him up here in a second. So I need 5s to wound the Mumak because he has tough hide, which puts him at defense 8. And his strength is 9, so there's no sense in rending him because that would mean I'd actually need a 6 to wound him. So needing some 5s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds on the Mumak. He has what, 10?
10.
So they move back and they've dealt 4 wounds to him this round.
Test number 1.
Needing 4 courage tests here to due to what is the rule called? Do you know?
Ooh,
off the top of your head?
No, I don't know off the top of my head.
Basically, if he fails the courage test, he stampedes away.
Might be called stampede. I think it's called stampede.
Yeah, but he stampedes away in the direction of my choice because I was the one that wounded him. So because I dealt 4 wounds, he now needs 4 courage tests. So here's the first one. And he makes it. He's courage 5, right?
Yeah. Well, the Beastmaster.
Yeah, the Beastmaster.
Number 2.
Yep.
Passes it.
Passes.
Number 3.
Fails.
Okay. So Beastmaster has 2 will.
Yep.
I shall use my first will
to bump that up. Awesome. And
number 4. And
that is another pass with a 6. So Beastmaster did have to use a will to stop the Mumak from running anywhere. So he has 1 will left, and we'll come back with priority for the next round. Priority next round. I got priority or a roll of a 5. So did Joseph. So I'm gonna call her heroic move.
Okay, I shall counter that.
Awesome. So let's get right into the roll off then. So, that's good. So 1, 2, 3 is evil. 4, 5, 6 is good.
Right. Okay.
So Gwahir first, gonna try to charge the Mumak, needing 4s on 2 dice, and he gets in there. He's loving it. This next eagle here is gonna try to charge the Mumak, and he makes it with a 5. This craven eagle over here is gonna try to roll a 5 to see if he gets in, and he actually gets in this time. Woohoo! And so he flies all the way over here. And a base contact. Don't mind the whole lopsided base there, but he's in base contact with that Mumak. This eagle here is going to make a courage test, see if he can charge the Mumak. And he's in as well. And then lastly but not least, this eagle here is also in.
Okay.
So everybody is charged that Mumak there. So this guy here is going to be using the grappling or repelling
lines?
Lines and going to be jumping out of the howdah. And then I guess trying to charge the eagles from there. Alright, so here is the courage test for that Watcher of Karna there into Gwahir.
Gwahir.
And he makes it, so he does get into base contact.
He needs to roll to see if he gets down first. If he gets a 1, he falls.
And he's good, so he's in base contact where he occupied.
So he was there, so it's basically, you can just go.
And then he can charge into Gwahir there. Yeah. So he is right down there. He fell or repelled quite the distance. This Watcher of Karna is going to do the exact same thing, so he needs to make a courage test, see if he can charge. And he does, because of his special bonus to courage rolls. He gets +2 for charging monstrous creatures. So he jumps down, needs a D6 for the 3, so he's down. And he just jumps into base contact with that eagle down there.
It's under. I'll just move to there and jump off.
Alright, so this Watcher here is going to make a courage test, see if he can charge that eagle down below there. And he fails. Not good. This Haradrim here is going to try to charge that eagle there.
He needs to get a 7.
And he's happy with that because it's 6 and a minimum roll of a 1 was all that 6 needed. So he does need to roll, see if he jumps down. And he's down. End of the movement phase. This eagle here has a Haradrim that's charged him. Gwahir has a Watcher in Karna that charged, and the other eagle over here also has a Watcher in Karna that has charged him. We do have a guy that moved over here to get a shot off at an eagle, as well as one over there. So we'll come back with shooting phase next. These two guys here are going to be shooting in that combat.
Alright, so the red is this guy, he needs 4s, and the gray needs 3s.
Okay. So they both hit, and they're using rocks?
They are using rocks.
Okay.
So on a 1 to 3, I hit my guy.
Yep.
On a 4 to 6, I hit the eagle.
Absolutely. So both are 3, so they both hit your guy.
Alright, and then it is strength 6 rocks, defense 4 guy, and they need 3s.
3s. And he's dead. So he is removed.
However, that does not count for you.
This Watcher here, you're going to shoot into that eagle with 1 wound left there, needing 3 hit. And it hits it with a 3.
You need a 5 to kill.
Yes. And there's a 6. That eagle is dead. These two Haradrim here are going to be shooting into that eagle there.
Needing 4s.
Okay. That's right. I was going to say 3s, but they're not Watchers. They both hit. So needing 5s to wound. And no wounds there. Sorry, correction. That 4 is actually, and 3 and 4s are in the ways because that eagle is in combat with that Mumak. So the 4 does hit the eagle and 3 does hit the Mumak. So then you need a
5s either way.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens.
So the gray hits the Mumak,
and the red hits
the eagle.
All right. So the eagle does take a wound, and the Mumak does not. Shooting phase is over, so we're going to go into combat. So I'm going to choose to go with Gwahir against the Watcher first. We both have 2 attacks, so let's see who gets the higher roll.
I am fainting.
I got a 5. You're 6. You do push Gwahir back, so you need 6s by 5s.
6s by
4s. Your strength 3. You're correct. And nothing. This eagle here on that Watcher of Karna.
Fainting again, as per the norm.
I got a 6, so win.
I got a 3.
So I'm gonna roll a 3 and hopefully wound you. There it is. So that Watcher is dead. So I have 2 eagles left on the Mumak. So I have 4 attacks versus the Mumak's 3. So let's see who gets the higher roll. Boy, 6. I get 4 highest. I get 3 2s and a 4. That was a poor roll for me. So you're gonna rend on 1. The 1 has 2 wounds remaining.
And
the other
defense
one
8.
Yeah.
He has 2 wounds. Yeah, I'll rend on the 2 wounds eagle.
Okay. I see
1 wound.
Enough. I see enough to kill him.
Oh yeah, he needs 3s. Right. So he is dead.
So that eagle is removed from the game. End of the movement phase, I got 3 eagles, end of the combat phase, I got 3 eagles that are remaining. He has 1 Watcher that's on the ground there, and nobody else, so we'll come back with priority for the next round. Priority, I got a 1, so you're a 4, so you get priority this round. So Joseph's going to choose to use that Watcher down there to charge the Eagle. So he does need to make a courage test. And he makes it with an 8. This Mumak here charged into Gwahir. He's making then 4 strength 9 hits. That's from the tusk weapons and that.
That is. So needing
3.
No, it should be 4s.
So that's 3.
No, 2 wounds.
2. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was going on the whole 3, but 2 wounds. So I'm going to use a fate point, and it's successful. So 1 wound on Gwahir. This Watcher up here, going to make a courage test to charge the the Gwahir, and he makes it. So now he needs to make his roll, see if he can jump down properly. Oh, and he's fine. So he comes down and charges into Gwahir. My movement phase, this Eagle here is going to try to charge into the Mumak. He makes it, and he goes into there. This Harad from here is going to be shooting into that Eagle there, needing force. He hits.
So in the ways.
Yeah.
On a 1, 2, 3, it hits the Mumak.
And it hits the Eagle.
On a 5.
And nothing. We going into the combat phase here. Joseph wants to do that fight over there with the Watcher versus the Eagle first.
Painting with the Watcher as always.
Makes sense.
Got a 6.
And I got a
double 2.
Double 2. So let's see if you wound. 6s by 4s. Nothing. Gwahir here versus the other Watcher. Let's see who gets this fight. I got a 4, so I'm gonna Rams. Needing 3s. And he's dead. This lonely Eagle here is charging that charged into the Mumax. Let's see if I get a 6. Got a 6 and I win. So I need 2. I want 2 5s. See if I win, but it's double 1s. That's twice that's happened now. That's not good. But I do back off from that. And he does survive though, which is good. So we'll come back with priority for next phase. Priority for the next phase. I got a 1.
I also got a 1.
Awesome. Goes to me. Joseph has called a heroic move here just to use his last point of might. So he's going to be moving. Where are you moving him to? Into Gwahir?
Gwahir.
Would be pushed back the inch.
Yeah, essentially. I'm going to move straight into Gwahir.
Okay, there you go. Then you have the 4 strength 9 hits against him. Needing 4s.
Needing 4s. Let's see, 2 4s.
I see 2.
2 4s.
So Gwahir is dead. Ooh. To continue with the movement or heroic move, that Watcher Incarnate is going to charge into the Eagle there, or attempt to, and he does not. And my movement phase, I'm going to charge this Eagle into that Mumak, and he makes it. Ends his movement based contact there. Next, this Eagle here is going to charge the Mumak, and he also makes it with a roll of a 6. So he's going to come all the way over here. And rotate this Eagle on a stand a little bit, and he goes in there. And that is the end of the movement phase. We'll come back with shooting next. Shooting phase for Harad over here is going to be shooting a rock into the Eagle.
Needing a 4.
Hits it.
It's a 6. Hits the Mumak or the Eagle. Hits the
Mumak.
Needs a 5. Or doesn't need a 5. There we go. Hits a 4.
No wounds, but that is the only shooting this round?
That is.
Alright, we'll come back into combat next. Combat phase, 2 Eagles versus the Mumak. Let's see who gets a better roll. I'm hoping for me.
I got a 6.
I get a 6 as well.
You get a 6 as well.
They all are just going to strike normally, needing 5s. And I don't even get a single 1. No 5s. So I do get pushed back though. Priority for the next round. I got a 1. Yes!
You wanted that.
I wanted it.
Why?
I want to charge you.
I got a 4 and you got a 1.
I know. I was being sarcasm.
Oh,
yes. Sarcasm. So we'll see where the Mumak moves to next. That Mumak there has charged into that Eagle with his ability, so he's going to be taking 4 strength 9 hits. And
wow.
He gets
3 wounds.
That does kill him. And then charges into that Eagle, needing 4 strength 9 hits. And there's 1 cocked eye, but it does take 1 wound so far. Yeah, 1 wound in total. This guy here is going to be shooting at that Eagle there, needing 4s. Hits with a 5.
In the way.
Yeah. And hits the Mumak. 5s or what? Nope.
Poisoned weapons.
Oh, okay.
Now, do I have to re-roll it, or can I re-roll it?
I think you re-roll it.
Yeah, I think it just says re-roll it.
Re-roll 1s.
No!
There's a wound on the Mumak.
Shoot!
Now you need to make a courage test, do you not?
Yeah, I do.
Uh-oh. And it passes.
Just barely.
Combats. We got the 1 Eagle versus the lonely Mumak. Eagle gets a 3 highest and loses. Mumak going to rend, I'm assuming.
He's going to rend.
All right, needing 3s. And there it is there. 2 wounds to that Eagle, slaying him. I got nothing left on the board, guys. I was just tabled by the Mumak itself. So we will come back with our after-action report next. All right, guys, so you saw that match between Joseph and I, and that was definitely a, I think, one-sided once you started winning those priority rolls and trampling.
It came to a certain point, and from then on,
yeah,
it could have really swung either direction.
If I could get all the Eagles onto the Mumak at one turn without being charged by the people on the Howdah, definitely would have made the big difference. I just needed to win some of those fights, and then hopefully get enough guys' wounds on it, you know what I mean? I did do 4 wounds to the Mumak, but really I had like a one-trick pony, and that was just, I'm going to charge you with my Eagles and get in your face, and that was it. But I just wanted to have fun with it. We were playing Lords of Battle. Joseph definitely did win that one. My army was broken. He was not, so we got 3 from that, as well as I had another 15 victory points that I gave him through the wounds, and another 1 from Fate. So he had 19 victory points to my 5. I killed, no, 6. Two guys on the Mumak, plus the 4 wounds on the Mumak itself. So, but Joseph, thank you very much, man, for coming down. That was the first time actually playing the Mumak, so it's kind of weird. Kind of really weird, actually.
It's probably the strangest model to play.
Well, it needs like 3 pages of rules, right? Yeah. So that's something that you don't see all that often. But yeah, I never played one. The whole trampling with the 4 strength 9 hits with the weapons on the front, that's huge, because that's what killed off 1 or 2 of my Eagles, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah. Well,
so
it definitely did the most damage.
It definitely did the most damage, yeah. And then with the Watchers on top, being able to jump down and actually pull off the Eagles from the combats, that was pretty good too. And smart, really, because you can sort of, if you're playing even a different army where there's certain heroes that are on that Mumak in a combat, you can pull off those heroes with anybody that you have up there with those grappling lines. So that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, to make this thing viable, I basically was like, okay, do I need this upgrade? Yes, I did. And I went through all the upgrades. And I basically need them all.
Yeah. So, but that's hefty, you know what I mean? Like 500 points. Is it exactly 500 points?
It is. Technically, one of these guys will have a spear.
Yeah. Okay, so it'll be exactly 500 points with a spear. That's funny. No, it's interesting. I've like I said, I haven't played it, so it was neat. I don't know. I think I just had poor dice rolls. I think your hero.
Well, yeah, I don't think there was any way you could have played that more properly.
No, that's all you could do is charge, right? I tried even placement. Like I thought at one point I would place my Eagles by a terrain piece. When he turns, he runs into it and it would stop. But I didn't know that it just moves out of the way and continues to pivot. I'm like, damn. So, but no, it was good. I definitely want to find out how you do with that at the list or at the tournament,
I'm
because
curious myself.
There's no magic in this tournament, right, that you're coming up to, so it's just straight up bashing people, so it should be fun. But guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe the videos. You can leave your comments below, and until next time, ignite your hobby.